All right, guys, this exercise is just a little practice using a clipping mask. So there's 2 images for you to download to follow along. So just go ahead and click the image and you're gonna hit download. And then click the image and hit download. And then we're gonna go ahead and hop over to Photoshop. And we're gonna open a new document just to be in the habit of opening a new document. So File, New, and we're gonna go to Print, and we'll do an 8x10. You're welcome to work larger, but that's like the minimum that you wanna work is an 8x10, horizontal, vertical, whatever. So 11x14, 11x17, 12x19, 16x20, whatever you want. But 8x10 would be minimum. This is just a practice though, so it's not a final artwork, so 8x10 is sufficient. And this is Clipping Mask Practice Mug World. And I'm gonna hit create. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and open up my 2 documents. And I'm gonna open up my mug first. And that should be there in my download folder. There it is, my coffee cup. So basically, I'm gonna take this coffee cup and I'm gonna put a galaxy inside of my mug right here, just using a clipping mask. So Control A, Control C, Control V to paste, and then Control T to change my size. I can zoom out and I can, however you want to fit this on here, make it bigger, etc. I'll just center it right there. Okay, and then I'm just zooming in and out with Control plus, Control minus. So you can select, when you do a clipping mask, you're taking a certain area and you can insert an image into it, you can insert a mask, you can insert an adjustment layer, all that good stuff. So you're welcome to select the coffee any way you want. You could try and use object selection, see if it can figure it out for you. Quick selection is something you could use. And remember, quick selection, you just drag, and then to subtract from your selection, you can hold Alt, the Alt key. So I'm subtracting this area from my selection now because I want just the middle of the coffee cup. You could use an elliptical marquee tool as well. So there we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to go up to this select and mask to further refine my selection. So I'm clicking this select and mask up top here. And this is just going to show you some different views. If you have red in your image, don't use the red overlay. This black and white is like not super helpful, although I can see I have like a little bit of this image here. So maybe I will subtract from my selection. Oopsies, I got a little too much on there. I hit Control Z, it's taking a moment. There we go. So I want to get rid of this area of my selection. And I'm going to click Smart Radius and see if that helps at all. Kind of smooth out my edges. I can also go down to, this is not the most high-res image, so the selection is, as you can see, not too smooth. I can also go down here and I can smooth my selection, get a little bit smoother. I can feather it if I want to as well, and I'll show you what the feathering looks like. You can see, I think I'm gonna probably feather it for this image. Now I'm gonna change it back from black and white because on the view, I actually want to see what I'm doing. Whoopsies. Scroll up here. I'll change my view maybe back to the overlay. And this is good enough for practice. So I'm going to say, okay, output to selection. Remember, you can change your different types. You could do new layer, layer mask. I'm going to do new layer with layer mask. And so I have my cutout here. And I'm going to turn my coffee cup back on. So I have this cutout here, and I know it's a cutout because I can move it around. All right, so I've got this now selected, this area. I'm gonna go ahead and put a galaxy into it. So I'm gonna file open. I'm gonna grab my galaxy that I downloaded. I'm gonna Control A, Control C, Control V to paste, Control T to transform. So Control A is select all, Control C is copy. I'm going to like kind of fast for the video, but I will slow down in a minute. And then I'm gonna take this galaxy, I'm gonna put my cut back on, and I'm gonna right click over here. I'm gonna say create clipping mask. And now my galaxy, voila, is inside my coffee cup. All right, so I'll just throw this layer away and I'll show it again super quick with my galaxy. I'm selecting all, so that's Control A. I'm copying, that's Control C. I'm pasting, that's Control V. I'm transforming, which is Control T. I'm making it larger. So I'm covering the area that I want to clip, and then I'm right click, create clipping mask. So you can insert one image into another image. And then of course you can still I can do multiple layers. So let's say for instance I wanted to do like a shadow and a highlight on here for some reason. I can make a new layer. I can get my paintbrush. Let's say I want to darken this side of things. Let me turn my opacity up so this doesn't take all day. I've got a nice soft brush. Maybe I want to, darken this edge. Then I can right click, create clipping mask. So you can see right now this is bleeding out onto the coffee cup, but now it's just contained to inside. Okay, same thing, I could add another layer, maybe do a white. Maybe I want to do like a little bit of a highlight, or maybe I want it, lighter on this side for some reason. I could even change my blend mode. Right click, create clipping mask, and now it's all within here. Okay, that's way too much, so I'll take my opacity down a little bit. I have to do it like extra obvious for the projector. All right, so that's it for a clipping mask.